What's good, everyone? Tubanati with another video for the channel. I got my boy Evan right here. We're live from FedEx Field where the Commanders are having their draft party. I mean, we've already seen, how many players have you seen so far?
We've already seen two of them.
Bro, Logan Thomas, John Allen is technically right there.
He's right behind him, bro.
He might come on, one of our favorite players on the team. But Evan, what are your thoughts on just this whole experience that the Commanders pretty much put together?
Oh man, I'm excited because this feels like a brand new journey, a new chapter. And tonight we get to welcome a new player, hopefully a new franchise face into the fold, man. It don't really get no better than this.
For sure. For pick 11, do you have a favorite guy out of this draft class that you want, or maybe guys that you don't want for this team at pick 11?
If I had to pick one, I'd say Chris Olave. And here's where you'd expect me to say something about, he runs routes well, or he has a good technique. But I'm going to go something else. I'm going to go something different. See, Chris Olave is a Buckeye. Terry McLaurin's a Buckeye. We want to convince Terry to stay. We'll get more Buckeyes.
For sure. For me, we talked about this off camera, but defensive lineman, offensive lineman, I think that's a no for a lot of fans out there. I went over my top 3 guys for the Washington Commanders. My number 1 guy was Kyle Hamilton. Number 2 was Jameson Williams. Number 3 was Derek Stingley. I'd be happy with any of those guys. I'd also be happy with any of the Ohio State receivers as well. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave as well. But going back to what we said at the beginning, there's only one way for this team to upset a lot of fans, and that is to get an offensive lineman, especially a defensive lineman. We're already stacked in the position.
Yeah, we have a embarrassment of riches, the defensive line. One of them is sitting right behind you.
Yeah. But for everybody in the chat, please let us know if you can't hear us, if the audio is good. But yeah, Evan, so what are your thoughts on, so in terms of the Commanders, right? The name itself, the whole brand, have you gotten used to it this far?
Yeah, the name kind of grew on me. The more I started hearing it, the more I've said it, and the more I've seen it on billboards and TV, my hat, my hoodie. I've just gotten more and more accustomed to it. So it just really feels like it's been a part of DC for a while.
For sure. I definitely, at the beginning, it was it definitely did not roll off the tongue at the very beginning, but I definitely think I got used to it. And, it's a new chapter of this franchise. It's not like we're an expansion team or anything. This is the same old, but it's a new name, new brand, and I'm ready for tonight. But let me ask you this, Evan. What are your thoughts on the whole Terry McLaurin situation? We're repping his jersey right now. I mean, do you think eventually we're going to resign him?
I think it's looking good because we heard, I believe it was last week, a message from JP Finley saying that Terry and his agent were both very excited to talk to the Commanders about a deal. So I think we're in a good spot right now. So it makes sense that we haven't already signed him. It makes sense because the whole how the whole free agency went and all that. So yeah.
For sure. Guys, but,
Yeah.
In terms of Terry, I'm looking forward to us signing him, and John Allen is right there.
I'm good. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we live right now with Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. First of all, how good does that feel? Pro Bowl defensive tackle.
It was one of the dreams that I first had when I first got to the league. So now that I accomplished that, that's my goal. That's my goal. That's the standard that I'm going to uphold for myself. So even if I don't make the Pro Bowl every year, I want to play at a Pro Bowl caliber level until I can't play.
Are you interested in potentially grabbing another family guy to our team? Jameson Williams, Ohio State guy, or any other?
Obviously, you can never have enough family guys. But for me, honestly, I said this before, I want a guy who's going to come in and fit our culture. So the culture is easy for you to adjust to the NFL, make plays on the field to help us. That's what we want. So you can come from high school, you can come from Canada, I don't care. You're good, you work hard, on the field, I'll take you.
All right, so let's go back to April of 2017. You're sitting in your living room. You get that call from Washington. What's going through your head?
It was odd. I was at the green room. It was just a whirlwind of emotions. Unfortunately, we had to be in Philadelphia, so that kind of not the same like being in Vegas. But it was just such a blessing. So much is going on. I got drafted. I got the call. I'm happy. I decided to go home. 2 hours of interviews. Go to sleep at like 12 at night. Wake up at 6 a.m. to take the plane. It's just a lot. It really is a lot. I can't even. I feel like most of us have learned that. It just happened so fast.
So I should have started off by saying this from the family fan as well. So full time DMV, also being like one of our not our favorite players is really cool. But the next question I want to ask you is, what from Alabama, Nick Saban's sort of coaching has helped you most in terms of your assistance?
Like one more minute. Thank you.
After what you go through at Bama, I feel like there was nothing the NFL could throw at me physically and mentally challenging that I couldn't handle. I mean, Alex Leatherwood, who was a first-round draft pick, he was a freshman when I was a junior, when I was a senior. So he was a guy on the scout team that gave me looks year in year out. And at Bama, if you're a five-star coming in, you're trying to prove yourself. So every day in practice, through it, you like it was like that for 4 years. So I mean, you really get battle tested at Bama. There's nothing harder.
Yeah, that's Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. He big from making tackles. I'm big from eating Popeye's tackle boxes. We love having you on the show, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Hey, good luck next season. Pro Bowl number 2, man. Pro Bowl number 2.
How cool is that?
Wow. It's not every day you get to talk to a live Washington Commander. How different does it feel to say that? Like, we just talked to not a Washington football team player, a Washington Commander.
And you guys know from the history of this channel how much I have defended this man, how much I have supported this man, even when he had the 2.5 sack season last season. When everybody was trying to throw him in trade talks and everything, I was like, no, John Allen is our best defender, if not our second best behind Chase. And boy, did he show it last year.
Oh, man.
9.5 sacks, Pro Bowl. I mean, he was a leader of our team. For John Allen, though, it's more than what he brings on the field, right? It's like his leadership, his captain sort of attitude and stuff. But
and it's just every time you see him, he really gets he really gives off that vibe of he wants to be here. Like, he really wants to, you get that vibe of first one through the door, last one out, hard work ethic, and like he doesn't just play here, he's from here. That's the vibe he gives off, man.
But I mean, it's kind of hard to transition off of that. But so back to the Terry situation, though. What you mentioned that you think the Commanders will officially sign him, but what would be the terms of the contract?
Oh man, how about 5 years and $200 million?
I mean, yeah, I think eventually Terry will fall in the $23-24 million range per year.
Yeah, per year.
But yeah, I think it's really silly for people out there to think that he's going to get 20 mil if not less. Like, I think that's not happening, right? That's not happening.
Yeah.
But do you think potentially drafting a receiver might? I think I know the answer to this question already, but do you think drafting a receiver might rub Terry the wrong way or might cause friction? Maybe not for Terry, but the receiving group, especially the receiver being
that's a good question. I don't see it causing friction with Terry because he's more of the quiet, the laid back type. But as far as Curtis Samuel, it might. But here's the thing about that. That could go one of two ways. We can light a fire under him. We could get a fully healthy Curtis Samuel who just goes off and puts up added numbers. Or he could ask for a trade. It could be anywhere in between.
So I see Big Cuz here saying share the mic. So I guess we can try to do that if you guys can pick us up. But yeah.
I mean, John Allen's walking right in front of us. But so Evan, what are your thoughts on maybe even beyond this first round, right? Even though we're here Thursday night draft party, there are more picks to come. Thoughts on the second round and the picks after that?
Okay, so second round, I'm thinking if Kyle Hamilton's not the pick, that's where we go D backfield. because this draft is deep in wide receiver and cornerback and safety. It's deep in all of those positions. And then I wouldn't be surprised if day 3 rolls around and we draft a quarterback. Like maybe a Desmond Ridder if he's still there, because I have a real sinking suspicion he's not going to go off the board tonight. Or maybe that quarterback from Nevada who I've heard is really good. Like he could be a solid backup solid third string under Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke. So that's like I'm thinking quarterback day 3.
Yeah. I like the Nevada quarterback prospect, Carson Strong. I've been pretty high on him.
Hey, listen. That's my media dad. I could do it. Actually, I haven't seen him so far. He's probably like on the other side of the stadium.
Yeah, we'll probably get some media guys in here, but first guest with Jonathan Allen. Hopefully more to come. But I mean, that's a great way to start things off. I mean, again, like going back to it in terms of Jonathan Allen, like what do you think out of him in terms of next season, 2022? What are your thoughts on like his stats and his production?
All right, Jonathan Allen. Like I said, he got that dog in him. So I really feel like he's gonna do everything he did this year, and then find that next level and go beyond. I really see that in Jonathan Allen. Like he got that dog in him.
Okay. Abdullah, can you hear us? Hopefully you can hear us. Guys, speak up. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us. But we're just gonna like move the mic back and forth based off the comment from earlier. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Jonathan Allen and what he's gonna bring to the table for us. Again, I mentioned this in an interview, but I'm a huge Bama fan, huge Jonathan Allen fan. I mean, he's from the DMV. Like, you want him to do well, period, right? But I ultimately think that if we add a defensive guy in the first round, add 11 overall, maybe a Kyle Hamilton, that could be the missing piece on our defense. And I think they'll actually free up Jonathan Allen and Chase Young and other guys to rush the passer and really cause havoc for a lot of offenses out there.
All right, so my thing with Kyle Hamilton is, generally speaking, as far as defense goes, I'm of the mindset we're set on defense, so I prefer an offensive pick in the first round. Kyle Hamilton is an exception because, again, he got that dog in him. If you've seen Notre Dame games at any point this season, you know what I'm talking about. He got that dog in him. Fight for ODC says it's going to be Drake London. I actually wouldn't mind that. I actually would not mind that. Drake is solid.
Yeah, for me, at 11 overall, if we're not going Kyle Hamilton or even Derek Stingley, okay, sound is good. Thank you, Billy. I think we're just going to keep doing that, going back and forth. It's fine. But I think if we're not going Kyle Hamilton, I said this when we were talking to Jonathan Allen, Jameson Williams, bro. I mean, I get it. I know he's injured, or he was injured. National championship game, torn ACL and all that. But at the same time, I heard from the NFL.com, I mentioned this in my piece as well. I heard from the NFL.com, 5 to 7 month injury timetable from the national championship game, and he's reportedly ahead of schedule. So when you hear those two pieces of news, you should probably be ready by the preseason.
All right, but if it is Drake London, what I want it for his first touchdown pass, like the second he catches the ball, you just hear the soldier, you hear the soldier boy, Drake.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know if you heard, but I think Drake also like is betting on Drake London to be the first receiver taken in the draft. Like, bro, I mean, why not, right?
Drake, listen to me. You about to lose money on the Raptors. Don't lose no money on this. Drake London is not going to be the first receiver taken.
But who do you think is, though?
Okay, sorry. My hand kind of hit the table. Who do I think is going to be the first receiver taken? Oh, this is the only reason I'm not 100% on Chris Olave. I wouldn't be surprised if it's him.
Over even a Garrett Wilson? Like the other Ohio State receiver that's getting hyped up this offseason?
I mean, here's the thing. Chris Olave is not only good, he's been getting hyped since September. Actually, since last season. So we've already known who he was for a while now. Like, he's got that Ohio State pedigree. He's got that dog. So, yeah, like, I think Chris Olave might be.
I see some more people joining the chat. If you guys didn't check out the beginning of our live streams, like really like at the beginning, we had Jonathan freaking Allen that was on for a couple of questions. And yeah, so that was really fun. So I would suggest rewinding it. If not, when you're done recording or when this is done recording, going back and watching it. But yeah, Evan's is getting a drink right now. But bro, hey, Tone is in the chat. What's up, Tone? Hope you're doing well, bro. I hope I hear Jameson Williams at 11. I mean, we've already gotten some people in this chat that think Jameson Williams might be the best guy. And in my opinion, you guys saw the video. He's the best receiving prospect for us at 11, given that he's probably going to be healthy by the start of the preseason, if not the start of the regular season. And I think you cannot pass up on a talent like that. He has Tyreek Hill's speed, great route running, and is also like, 4 inches taller than Tyreek Hill? I think he's 6'2".
Yeah. 6'2".
Yeah. So, yeah, just shouting out everybody else in the chat, KK World as well. I would love Jameson Williams. I mean, again, we're getting a lot of Jameson Williams love in the chat right now. Drake London, Fight for Old DC. Yeah, Tone, I'm hyped. It's been a while, Nazi. It's been a while, Tone. And I predict that Kyle Hamilton would be at 11. Okay.
They about to boo me in the chat for this, but if it is Hamilton, then it really is nice to have Washington on your side.
It really is. But in terms of Kyle Hamilton, there was a lot of talk about potentially it being a little redundant with Kyle Hamilton being here just because we have a guy like Cam Curl who could play sort of the same position, do the same things. I mean, do you believe in that sort of stuff? And if not, like, how much of a game changer do you think Kyle Hamilton could be for our defense?
So I don't see this as Kyle Hamilton instead of Cam Curl. I see it as him in addition to Cam Curl. Like, he plays on the other side of the field. And, bro, let me tell you, if it is Kyle Hamilton, that backfield of him and Cam Curl, that's looking like a scary sight, y'all.
For sure. I mean, I've been saying this. I said this in my video. I think Kyle Hamilton would be the best safety in Washington since Sean Taylor. And I know that might be disrespectful for a lot of people because they think Cam Curl is amazing. Cam Curl is amazing for sure. But I think there's a reason why fans out there still want Kyle Hamilton on this team. It's not that Cam Curl is bad. It's just that, bro, just imagine that type of game changer, arguably the best prospect in the draft right now, getting selected by us, falling to us at 11 overall. Like, I mean, the possibilities are endless once he's on our defense.
And think of it this way. When's the last time we drafted defense in the first round and it didn't work? Don't say Chase Young either. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So I'll restate the question. When is the last time we went defense in the first round and it didn't work?
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Patrick West in the chat. If we get Hamilton, our second year would be top notch. I mean, I agree. Tone mentioning the loss of Tim Settle. I didn't even get to ask you about this, Evan, but what are your thoughts on losing Settle, losing Ioannidis? Thoughts on how that's going to affect our defense this year?
Now, Tim Settle and Ioannidis, those were both cases of they were great players, but they deserved more snaps. And let's face it, they weren't going to get that here. So moving on to other teams, other cities was gonna be the best thing for them, like ultimately for them, regardless of how their time was here. Like, they just were not gonna get their proper reps, their proper shine here in DC when there's constantly somebody in front of them, you know?
Yeah.
Now they get to be the guy.
I mean, I agree. I think, especially for a guy like Tim Settle, right? I think a lot of people are stuck on the season that he had a couple of years ago where I believe he had like 5 sacks, and a lot of people are stuck on that production. Last year, he didn't have that much production because he didn't get many reps on this defense, right? He's a quality defensive lineman who's probably going to start maybe, if not now, then eventually for the Bills. But he just was falling out of the rotation for our team, right? We had a Jonathan Allen who we just talked to. We had a Deron Payne. We had a Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Even though the 2 edge guys were injured, I mean, when they're healthy, that's a lot of guys right there that you need to give reps to.
Of course. So that's Tim Settle, and now, like, we still have a solid defensive line, even without Tim Settle, even without Matt Ioannidis. So we're still good there. It's just we had more people that deserved more, more that not that we wouldn't want to give them, not that we didn't want to give them, more that we couldn't give them.
Yeah, I agree. And Tone mentioning Damon Davis. What are your thoughts on Damon Davis's rookie season? And I mean, do you think he's gonna have an even better second year? Like, what are your thoughts on his second year as well?
Well, now that the team has a better idea of how to use him and where to use him, and we saw that as the season progressed, like when we got to the later months, I feel like we'd have a strong season from Jamin once we get a full year of him at a certain position, like at an outside linebacker. Maybe we move him up to the D-line for a play or two. So, like, maybe we even move him back. Like, you never know. Like, once we get consistency with where we place him, I feel like he's gonna provide dividends.
For sure. I think a lot of people out there who think, Damon Davis is a bust or he had a really bad rookie season. I think, honestly, you guys know I'm realistic, right? And I'm showing my realistic side right here. I think he showed some good things. Like, I remember there were a couple fourth down stops that he did really well on, and he ultimately helped us, get the ball back. I think he definitely had an up and down rookie season, to say the least. But I think the tools are there for him to bounce back and have a great second year, a great career here in Washington, and be a really solid piece for us. I think the one thing that this organization, this team, this coaching staff specifically messed up is having him at the Mike linebacker spot instead of putting him on the outside like a lot of fans wanted at the beginning.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because even at Kentucky, Jamin just seemed more like an outside linebacker type. And I feel like the main reason he was put at Mike is because we had no one else that could play Mike. So I feel like that's another thing we could get like tomorrow, like day 2. Like address that situation, because Jamin, I still feel like he's solid as an outside linebacker. Definitely solid.
Yeah, and Tone here is saying Jamin is a diamond in the rough. He'll get better in 2 to 3 years. What do you think is the ceiling for a Jamin Davis?
The ceiling for Jamin, I'm not gonna say star of the defense. I will say solid contributing piece. I don't know if I'll say Pro Bowler, but I'll say solid.
Yeah, I think the ceiling for Damon Davis could be, a Pro Bowler for this team, in my opinion. If we're talking like based off of his athletic abilities and what he brings to the table as a linebacker. But I think I agree with that, and I think he's more so just going to be a really solid player for us. And we see Doug Williams right behind us.
Man. When he come over here, we gonna have a discussion.
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Yeah, I see Dougie Williams. You see the comment, Evan? Yeah. But we're just. I think we'll probably be. I think he'll probably come over to us eventually. But in the meantime. Okay, Tone saying, I have an eye on Jordan Davis. He's a solid DT. What do you think? Personally, he played for the Georgia Bulldogs. He was a pivotal part on that defense. With a defense pretty much littered with stars, he was arguably the best player on that defense. And I think he would be a great player for most teams. But I think for our team, I don't know, that's kind of rich. Number 11 overall for another DT after all the defensive draft capital that we've already pretty much had the last couple of years. I don't know, Tone.
And then add on to that, Coach 30 ruined the name Davis for me. Just feel like the moment's going to be too big.
Kurt Smith, what up, Nazi? What's up, Kurt? Hope you're doing well. I really want him so bad, Tone. We shall see. So I think we're about to have someone special.
Man,
bro, this is so crazy. Definitely a cool experience, just having like legends, players just walk up behind us and like us being able to interview them, ask them questions. It's pretty cool.
Like this is definitely something you don't get to do every day, man. This is just surreal, man. Like when you started this channel, did you think you would be at this point talking to now Washington football players, not Washington Commanders, man?
Dang, Evan's asking me questions now, bro. But honestly, no, I did not. I did not think we would get a media pass, period. I know we talked about that off camera. I did not think we'd get a media pass. I did not think we would be able to interview players. I mean, and like interview them in person, like that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, man, I mean, it's been a journey. We just reached our 2-year mark on the channel with our, I think it was April 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Early that morning, I made an Instagram post about this. Early that morning, I remember being so tired with like the YouTube processing, the editing, just everything that went into that 2020 draft review. And since then, we've had technically, officially 2 name changes, although 1 official permanent change. And, you know, we've had a lot of players come and go. Ron Rivera is still here, but Evan's here now. Abdullah's here. Noah's here. So, I mean, I'm just really thankful for this journey. I'm really proud to have a team like you guys as well that have joined and made great content for us.
And it's been a pleasure being a part of this journey with you, seeing you grow as a content creator, as a person. It's just been so beautiful to watch, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it so much, bro. And I mean, we've already had a couple people that messaged me saying your recaps of DMV Sports, Nationals, whatever it be, you know, a 5-minute thing, 10-minute thing, it doesn't really matter. We've already had people reach out and saying that that's their favorite part on the channel. So kudos to you for the great content. And I know you guys came here to hear the draft talk and stuff, but I think it's pretty cool to just have us here talking up each other and just really having a good time. Hey. Okay.
Now they came to hear who's going to be a bust. So number 1, I'm just playing.
No, for sure. I'm David, BTW, Young Black Man, Peace King. You just getting support. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it so much. Again, if you guys are just starting to trickle in now, I feel, go back to the beginning. We talked to freaking Jonathan Allen, bro. Pro Bowl Jonathan Allen. Like, if not my first, probably my second favorite player on the team. And I mean, just go back. Just go back and watch it and then come back. Or you guys can watch the rest of this live stream and then go back. But I promise you, it was really cool. I mean, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of stuttering a little bit, trying to, you know, maybe not necessarily giving him a direct question, at least in the beginning, but got to let him know how much we were fans of him and how much he's meant to us and stuff. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Tone, John Allen is a dog out there. He for sure is, bro. For sure is. I want to get to Tone's question right here. Which OT you got your eye in the draft on? Oh, I think we might get someone.
And coming on the mic now, we got Hall of Fame quarterback and HBCU graduate, Doug Williams. Doug, how you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. How you all feeling?
I'm great. So my first question is not exactly Commanders related, but it's HBCU related. I'm a Bowie State Bulldog. You're a Grambling Tiger. How important do you feel it is to connect the HBCU culture to the NFL?
Well, it's big. You know, when you look at the history of the NFL, you look at the NFL Hall of Fame, you got about 30 guys that have gone to HBCU that are in that Hall of Fame. And when you think about that many guys in such a small community, I think that in itself resonates. So I'm thankful for the NFL for what they're doing with the black colleges these days, something that probably they should have been doing, but they're putting forth an effort to make sure that the black colleges get recognized. That's good.
And Mr. Williams, it's a pleasure to have you on. The next question I want to ask you is, what are your thoughts on the direction of this organization, right? We officially changed our name. We're now the Washington Commanders. Now we have, obviously, Jason Wright in tow. Ron Rivera is still here. What are your thoughts on the direction of where this team is going? And do you see us potentially getting to the playoffs really soon?
Right, number one, I think all the fans should look at where we are. You know, we don't have the old name anymore. It's not there. Neither one of the names. We are the Commanders. So we got to put our arms around it and say, hey, that's who we are. Remember the burgundy and gold. Remember the history of this organization. You know, we got a lot of good players now. Ron Rivera doing a great job with the guys. So they just got to rally up. We got a quarterback. That's what we wanted. That's what we needed. And tonight is one of those nights that we got to see what we're going to do. And I think whoever we get is going to propel us to a situation where we can win this conference year in and year out.
And you've been around this franchise and this organization for so long. You've seen this area grow and change so much. So over the years, what could you say has been your favorite part of DC?
You know what? Just since I've been here, I came here in '86, man, and since I've been here, this district has put their arms around me, and I just appreciate the fans here. We got a lot of dedicated fans. Now, it hadn't gone the way they would like for the last couple of years, but I do believe now that the fans are going to be here, but the team's going to do what they have to do, and we're going to get off to a good start, and we're going to find a way to win.
And you mentioned the quarterback that we now have in Carson Wentz. What are your thoughts on him? What do you bring to the table for our Washington Commanders organization, and potentially even Terry as well? What are your thoughts on Terry and potentially us re-signing him this offseason?
Well, I think first of all, you talk about Terry, there's no doubt in my mind, I think we're going to find a way to sign Terry. You got to have Terry, because what he means to this team, what he's been to this team, and what he stands for. On the quarterback situation, getting Carson Wentz in here, there's no doubt in my mind we upgraded tremendously. There's no knock on Heineken, not at all. But at the same time, it is a kudos to Carson, and I think Carson give us an opportunity to propel ourselves to the playoffs. I think it gives us hope. I think he can find a way to propel us to 3 or 4 more wins that we didn't get last year. So I think that in itself speaks volumes.
Well, in the last 2 years, while this whole rebranding process has been going on, there has been significant progress on the field. Like, the team won the NFC East in 2020, came close again in 2021. What do you feel like is the main key to keeping that progress and keeping it up?
Well, the bottom line is making sure we sign the guys that helped us get to that point. We can't afford to let guys get out of here. Just got to find a way to sign them. Along with bringing in guys that can make the team a lot better. That's something that Martin Mayhew and Ron got to figure out. But at the end of the day, we got enough good players, good young players around here for this team to go do this for the next few years as far as winning.
And we don't want to keep you for too much longer, Mr. Williams, but I wanted to ask you this question on a personal note. So I know you've worked with Jason Wright a lot in the past and stuff, and so he is a true. I mean, you're a hero. He's a hero. Both of you guys are heroes. I'm a U Chicago alum. He's a U Chicago alum as well. He went to the Boots School. I was wondering what it's been like to work with Jason over the last couple of years, and what has the day-to-day, I guess, work been like as well?
Well, first of all, we got to look at this from a realistic standpoint. Jason Wright is the first African-American president in the National Football League. That in itself speaks volume. And to be able to sit down and talk to him about certain things and what we need to do and what he wants me to do, you can't beat that. Because why? I'm coming from the president. And that says a lot. You look around this league, man, and what the NFL has done over the last few years has not repped African-Americans. But for us here at the Washington Commanders, for us to stand out and go out and pick a Jason Wright, who there's no doubt in my mind, smart as a whip, can get it done. He knows what has to be done. And I tell you what, you look at his whole staff from a diversity standpoint, it stands out.
Well, we don't want to keep you too long, but I got to say this while you're here. We are the Commanders.
We are.
Feels good to say that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Thank you so much for your time, Doug. And I want him to come into a game on the Debo bike.
Do you hear us now, guys? We're good now. Okay, my bad. I clicked the button on the back, but Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, paying potentially $25 million a year for 2 receivers on our team, that would be a little too much.
I mean, yeah, fair point. Counterpoint. Our offense would be explosive. And if anybody in the NFC East has the cap space for that, it's us.
I agree, but I didn't even mention Mr. Curtis Samuel, who we're signing, or we already signed for what, $13 million a year, $11 million a year. So that's a lot of cap money tied up to one position. And I would say yes, but like we also don't know if our quarterback situation is resolved for in the future, right? Like if we had like a cheap Justin Herbert or someone like that, like I would probably be more for tying in all that cap money to the receiver position because you're really trying to build around the quarterback that you found to be the guy for the future. But we technically don't really know that right now with Carson Wentz. Like we could technically cut bait with him after this offseason, or after the season, I should say.
That's what I'm thinking. Worst comes to worst, y'all. The quarterback class next year is way better than the one this year. And like Nadi said, we can get out of the Carson Wentz deal after this season. So basically sit back and enjoy the ride for better or worse.
I get it. But on this point, let's move Gibson to wide receiver running back like he was at Memphis. He's a fumbler, split him out. He's a beast in the open. New second pick on best available running back, trade back, the number 11 pick. Okay, let's take this one by one. What are your thoughts on Gibson's fumbling issues last season? And do you think he'll be able to correct it for this upcoming season?
All right, I feel like Gibson's fumbling issues are correctable. Like, it's his 4th year in the league that he's coming up on. Wow, time is moving by. It seems like just yesterday he was a rookie, don't it?
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like that's something he could correct over the offseason. And then wide receiver running back. I would say like Debo, like I said earlier, but then again, so wouldn't he basically be another J.D. McKissick by that logic? That's number 2. The second pick on the best available running back. Now, it's been a while since we had a second-round pick, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. Trade back to number 11. Wouldn't be opposed to that either.
I mentioned this in my second round video from a couple of days ago, but bro, imagine Breece Hall on this offense. You saw the tweet that I sent out a couple of weeks ago comparing him to Jonathan Taylor, right? He has all the athletic attributes that Jonathan Taylor has. He doesn't necessarily have the same running style, but I mean, imagine Breece Hall. Like, people keep talking about how getting a running back in the second round is a little too rich. We don't need it, especially when we have Antonio Gibson. But bro, look at the Browns. And you don't even have to, everybody uses the Browns example. Look at what the New Orleans Saints did with Alvin Kamara and with Mark Ingram when, they were at the top of the mountain when it comes to the NFC. And Drew Brees, even though he was on the decline, their running game overall sort of helped Drew Brees stay on for a couple more years longer, right? So, I mean, do you think that potentially a Breece Hall or even a Kenny Walker III might be a good fit here in DC in the second round?
Hey, I'm going to tell the people this. Every respectable offense has a respectable run game because there's going to be some games where the ball don't fly like it usually does. Like maybe it's cold outside and the ball don't travel through the air as easily. Like I know that's a thing in baseball. That's a thing in football too. Trust me. And also maybe it's raining. The ball is slippery. It's heavier. It's harder to catch. But one thing that's always the same, a handoff. So like we got to get the run game going too.
For sure. Before getting into my response to that, I kind of do want to show you guys what we got, the whole media pass.
I kept mine in my pocket. That's why I look like this.
Bro, but like this is legit, bro. We went through like the VIP security gate and everything, and like I parked right by there, and like it was really cool. I think Logan Thomas was like the first person we saw, really, at least I saw coming out of his, like, I think it was an SUV or something.
The ACL looked good.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but obviously Logan Thomas is tall, right? But he's not like as big. Like we saw Jonathan Allen. I think Jonathan Allen is way bigger, which makes sense. He's a defensive edge, or a defensive lineman, I should say. But like it's kind of crazy seeing them up close in person.
He's built like a guy that played quarterback in college, which is about what you'd expect from a guy that played quarterback in college.
Yeah. And for the Hokies at that, I see Abdullah in the chat. But yeah, I do also want to get to this point. C Money 2424, keep that same energy on Wentz, talking about if it works. I mean, I think the team wants it to work, but
Hey, if there's one thing about us at DMV Sports Zone, we give credit where credit is due. So if it works, then we gonna be right there telling y'all about how it works.
yeah. And we're just telling you guys what it is in terms of he's gonna be on the books for $28 million this year, right? But we could cut bait with him next offseason, like that. There's no dead money or anything. So like obviously we want him to be the guy. The team wants him to be the guy. But we also have to talk about the realistic possibility that he might not be the guy, right? So like that's what we're trying to get at this channel. But obviously we're rooting for him to really ball out, be our quarterback, give Terry a bunch of targets. I mean, I'm ripping my jersey right now. I want Terry to go off the season after a contract extension, because we do not want the organization does not want his value to go up and the money to go up alongside that. But man, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm still like on a high off the Doug Williams combo and the Jonathan Allen combo, bro. We really got to like talk to these people, man. Like it's sort of like a dream come true. Like how many times like in our rooms or whatever, we always wanted to like be able to chat with these players, like these star players. Jonathan Allen, freaking arguably the best player on this team last year, and a Doug Williams, a legend, right? First black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. And now I think an advisor for Jason Wright, if I'm not mistaken. Like, how cool are these opportunities, bro? I know I'm getting redundant, but I want to ask you again.
Like, man, I know, like, we got these media passes. We're not supposed to be out here fanboying, but, dog, we just talked to Doug Williams. That man won a Super Bowl here with this team, and we just talked to him on this channel. That's crazy.
It really is, bro. It really is. And there's supposedly going to be a couple more people who might walk by, if I'm not mistaken. We don't know how long we're going to be on here for, probably before the draft starts. But, yeah, bro. I also want to ask you, I didn't get to this point. This is the point I wanted to get to for a specific reason. I don't know if you know this yet, but so on offensive tackle, he's not going to fall to us. But I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about this guy. Ike Ekwonu. I think friends is a strong term. I am very familiar with. I've messaged her and stuff. His sister. She went to my school, right? She graduated a year above me. Bro, I saw her story. I saw Ike's story. They're at the draft party, living it up in Las Vegas and stuff. And I'm just rooting for him. I don't care if he falls to us. I want him to go number one overall. I've been saying that, at least to Abdullah and stuff. I want him to get drafted number one overall and really, just open up doors for the rest of his family. Because I know his twin brother also is a linebacker at Notre Dame, and it would be cool for him to get drafted ASAP as well. And London Fletcher is standing right in front of us right now. But, yeah, I mean, you got an offensive lineman prospect that you've fallen in love with, whether it be someone who you might draft or just in general.
Man, that reminds me of the time where I was doing play-by-play at Prince George's Community College. It was a conference tournament, and in the championship game, DJ Swearinger's sister was playing in it, man.
Bro, Kendall Fuller is literally standing right behind us.
Kendall Fuller just walked into the building, y'all.
Bro, I know Abdullah is probably going to be going crazy. Fellow Virginia Tech Hokie. You probably will be up next after he's on. Speaking of, I didn't mention this. There are a bunch of other content creators right here live streaming as well. Make sure to go check them out. Rep the District, who allowed us, pretty much gave us the plug to come here. I'm not going to lie. They were sort of getting the guests first. And we see Burgundy Zone as well, like to our right. We see Josh Taylor, great college football analyst and a great analyst of this Commanders team as well here. Roll Tide. I see Brush the Floor. Damn, you're with no, bro. You see the comment? That's not what I meant.
We did not come here for slander, sir.
Bro.
We did not come here for scandals.
Bro, I am friends with. I didn't say I'm with. But no, again, supporting Icky. I want him to go number.
FedEx Field, the scandal is.
That's true.
It's inevitable.
Bro, oh my god.
We tried to run, but we are not safe.
Nah, bro. go give Icky at least a follow on like Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and root for him come draft night. I want him to go number 1 overall. I don't want him to go to the Giants. So I do not want that situation where he's on an NFC East rival. But then again, I could care less, bro. I want him to get drafted as high as possible. I'm going to leave it at that tone. He's also noticing, Kendall Fuller, bro. Freaking Fuller, bro.
Man, I've loved Kendall Fuller since he was at Tech, bro. He is the textbook example of dogging.
Yeah. Oh, Tone mentioning Fletcher. Did Fletcher leave? I'm not sure. Did he leave? Yeah, I think he dipped. But if he comes back, we'll probably have the opportunity to talk to him. But at least Kendall Fuller is like right here. He's on Rep the District right now. Go check out their live stream. But bro, yeah, same man. Hokie, DBU, bro. DBU. I mean, D'Angelo Hall as well, fellow Hokie. I think it really started with like Mike Vick, like in terms of notoriety around the program and stuff. But man, if we get an opportunity to talk to him, that would be awesome.
Man, even throwing back to Eddie Royal, because I remember there was a 2-3 year period where Eddie Royal was in my top 3 favorite receivers in the league, bro. I just loved watching him run.
For sure, bro. Uptown Dre, comrades, hope you both experience a Super Bowl championship in DC. Ooh, man, bro, I literally like have goosebumps when I think of future Super Bowl for this franchise. Like every single time I even think about it, I have goosebumps just thinking about how crazy this entire area would be if that were to happen.
What's keeping me going, the main thing keeping me going is the idea and the fact that it's closer now than it used to be a couple years ago.
That's true, because even though we finished off 7-10, I think we can all say that the talent is there on this team. Like at least at the defensive side, but even on the offensive side, Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, like the talent is there. It's just about putting it all together. And I think, with the quarterback now in tow and Carson Wentz and potentially a couple more draft picks in the first round, we could get there. We could get there shortly, man. We could get there shortly. I know I've been saying that since the start of this channel, but I'm going to keep saying it until we get there.
Yeah. But how good does it feel to at least be able to sit here and say with a straight face that we have the talent?
Yeah. I mean, that's a great point. It's a great point. And not just talent, we have young talent at that, bro. And while that might be a problem for us down the line with all the contracts that we have to dish out, I think right now, that's the reason why they were so adamant about getting a quarterback, right? You got to take advantage of the young, cheap, great talent that we have on this roster and go out there and win games. And I think, I've been very critical of this team. I think we've all been very critical of this team, but I think we'll get there sooner rather than later. I'm not just saying that because we're at their draft party too.
Yeah, hey man, tonight's pick could escalate us, could speed up that process by a whole year or two.
I agree completely, bro. And Uptown Dre, Bruce Smith, Virginia Tech legend. I mean, I think it's a little before our time, but no, Bruce Smith is a legend. And man, the Hokie program. If Abdullah's in the chat, I don't know if he's gonna comment now. He'll probably comment later. But the Hokie program overall, bro, like how much joy has that program brought to the DMV?
Well, Virginia Tech's program, I remember growing up, Virginia Tech was a powerhouse, a national powerhouse. Like every time they were on your TV, you just knew they were going to win. And Tech's got a new head coach. I feel like he's going to get that team in the right direction, although he basically got Castellanos in the Pinstripe Bowl when Maryland threw a touchdown while they was talking to him. But yeah, like I feel like it's like good signs in Blacksburg. Like they gonna be back. Tech is gonna be back.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, there's just been so much talent that's come out of Virginia Tech into the NFL, and like even putting that aside, their college teams have been really good in the past. Under Frank Beamer Ball, for example. But hopefully now with the new coach, they'll get back to their winning ways, and we'll give guys like Abdullah, fellow Hokie, some joy, right? Because I know he's a season ticket holder now for Virginia Tech. Hopefully, he'll be able to see at least an ACC title run or something good, a championship for Virginia Tech, bro.
Matter of fact, Abdullah, go ahead and type a question. We'll let you ask one.
Yeah. Bro, oh my gosh. Okay, so I think Kendall Fuller is now done with his Rep the District interview. So I don't know if he's going to come to us first. You can ask the first question, Evan. But okay, so I think he's doing one more pop before us.
Yeah, we're next.
For sure. My school's 4-star running back committed to Virginia Tech. Okay, so there's talent coming Virginia Tech's way.
Oh, absolutely, man. Virginia Tech is probably the flagship school in the state of Virginia for football. So, like, if you want to go to the league, you out of VA, you go to Tech.
For sure. Evan, when he comes over, he's literally like right to my left. Never mind. I was about to say if he comes over and like give him a call to come here, but like he's literally right there. So, so Evan, what about we're mentioning college teams right now, right? Virginia Tech. What about UMD? What about their program and what they can bring, right? Under Loxley, I believe. They always have talent going to the NFL, but like. What are your thoughts on their program? Do you think they could get back to like their winning ways? And what are your thoughts on UMD?
Now the thing with Maryland is they've always had NFL ready talent. What they usually didn't have was an NFL level quarterback. They have that now in Talia Tagovailoa. They've got a solid coach in Mike Loxley, and I've seen plenty of signs of improvement this year in College Park. So I feel like I have nothing but good things to say about Maryland going forward. The future is bright in College Park. I'm expecting around an 8-win season out of the Terps next year. Like the future is very bright.
Yeah. And speaking of commitments, we didn't even mention this, but we have a whole high school recruit series going on the channel right now with Abdullah and Noah. It's some of the greatest content you'll see out there in our community, and I definitely think you guys should go check it out because maybe one of these guys could be a future star, and you'd be like, I knew him when there was a video done on DMVSportsZone, and I saw how great he was then. Like, potentially one of these guys could be like that.
Absolutely. Because one thing about Maryland, they're going to stay with the wide receivers. Speed all over the field, Trayvon Diggs. You got going back. This might be going back a little bit, but Darius Hayward-Bay, Damon Davis. If there's one thing Maryland has always had, it's speed. And they've even put out a couple really good defensive guys. Yannick Ngakoue, that's a Maryland product. Darnell Savage, Maryland product. J.C. Jackson, Maryland product. The Terps have always had great talent across the field. It's just they've usually haven't had an NFL level quarterback. And again, they've got that in Talia Tagovailoa now. And if you haven't seen Talia play this season, if you haven't seen Talia play yet, go to College Park and see Talia play this season, bro. You're not going to regret it.
And I was watching one of the videos that the UMD Twitter account posted. I think it was like just showing Talia's like journey thus far at UMD. And I think he's gonna have a very good season for UMD. And I think the Terps are coming, bro. The Terps are coming for sure. Tone mentioning here, if Kendall Fuller or Fletcher come over for an interview, I'm gonna be ecstatic. Well, hopefully you can at least get Kendall Fuller because he's literally sitting to the left of us on another live stream right now.
Hey man, I can't wait. I can't wait for Kendall Fuller to come on here.
For sure, bro. Speaking of Kendall Fuller, let's not talk about him when he's right there, but what are your thoughts on William Jackson and what he could potentially bring in his second year here in DC?
William Jackson, I see nothing but improvement for him. Like he's shown sparks. Like he's shown he has that talent. He's shown he can be our guy, but it's just the consistency is what I'm looking for now. Because talent, he got it. But it's just he got to bring it every game.
For sure. And I think Kendall Fuller just finished up. Yeah. How y'all doing? Good. How are you? Good. Kendall Fuller is here, guys.
Yes, sir.
Kendall, thanks for taking the time out of your day, man.
No doubt.
So my first question to you, you was balling out of Virginia Tech. You came to DC, balled out in 2 different spurts. How does it feel like to rep for the DMV for so long in your lifetime?
It's been fun, man. Just, being from Baltimore, going to good counsel, Virginia Tech, just having so many people here that's, kind of been rooting for you since you was a young kid. So it's been fun just being able to be here. Growing up in Baltimore, we didn't really like DC too much. So, starting to really, get out to DC, build an appreciation for it. It's definitely been fun.
For sure. And one of our co-hosts who's not here right now, he's a Virginia Tech Hokie. And I was wondering, what is that experience in college for the Hokies? How has that helped you on the NFL level, specifically, when it came to being drafted by this team and now being back on this team?
Yeah, I mean, VTech was big for me, just the history they had, especially, as defensive backs. They prepared us to get to the next level, prepared us to succeed at the next level. And, that's one thing that me and my brothers, we always appreciated from Virginia Tech, just the things that they demanded from you, the things that you were expected to do, as a freshman coming in. And, that definitely, it made you mature on the field and it made you mature off the field.
It's DBU, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, Kendall, my next question is kind of straight to the point, but is there a favorite play that you've ever ran in your time here in DC?
That I ever ran, like a play call?
Yeah.
Not too much, man. I think probably because of Virginia Tech, when I was there, you had to be able to do everything. You couldn't just be a, one trade guy. You had to be able to do everything. You had to move around in different positions and stuff like that. So, I pride my game on being able to do different things, being able to give, play callers, the flexibility to call different things and stuff like that. So I like when my coaches change it up and do a little bit of everything.
And we're in the off season right now. How's your off season been like? And how's the training been like? How's getting ready for the 2022 season been like?
Yeah, it's been fun. We just started OTAs, just finished our second week. So just having everybody in the building. I think the last 2 years, COVID-wise, we haven't really been able to do it. So just getting everybody in the building, just having the locker room talk and things like that. It's been fun just being around the guys. So we definitely been working, we're having fun, and definitely ready to get going for the season.
Man, training camp's right around the corner. It's coming up in July. And since I know, you're a Virginia Tech guy, what does it mean to you to have training camp right there in Virginia?
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I remember just walking, off the field. I see a Virginia Tech Hokie jersey, and naturally they're rushing me, but I'm like, nah, I got to hurry up and go sign the jersey. And, having all the Hokie fans at Richmond, I remember my rookie year, me and D Hall hear people screaming Hokie, 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 and just stuff like that. So it's definitely fun. Like I said, just having people there for you that's been supporting you for a while. So it's definitely been fun, and I appreciate it.
For sure. And we already had someone in the chat ask, who are your thoughts on potentially the next member of the Washington Commanders tonight? You have thoughts on the 11th pick, and would you like a fellow guy in the defensive secondary?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind anybody in the secondary. I know if they draft somebody that early, it's going to be a talented player. It's going to make us better as a group. But I have no idea who we're going to pick. I tell everybody, if I told you I had an idea, I'd be lying. But I know whoever we get, they're going to see that somebody that can help us next season. And whoever they pick is going to help a lot of us get better.
All right, so whoever is the pick at 11, what would you say to them if you could say one thing to them?
If I could say one thing to them, honestly, man, I'd just say just enjoy it. It's a blessing to get to this level. Every guy out there, they've been working hard, putting in the work to get to this level. And, for a slight second, just appreciate where you are, enjoy it, thank God for it. And, just continue to stay humble, continue to work. And, there's a lot more out there to succeed.
And we got another comment here asking where he thrives most. Slot, outside, does it matter to you?
It doesn't matter. I think the last couple of years, a lot of it also kind of depends on the system that you're in and things like that. I think this system that we have here, I've been able to do a lot of good things outside. I know the coaches, believe that and like that part too. And they also know that I'm a guy that likes to be versatile, likes to do a lot of different things. I want them to be able to feel comfortable to call anything. But, right now in this system, I think me being outside has definitely been good. But they also know that I have the versatility to pretty much play all over the field.
And I think we have two more questions.
And I understand you won a Super Bowl during your time in Kansas City. Can you take us through what it felt like to hold that Lombardi trophy in your hands?
It was dope, man. Just that experience, just to, all the work that you go through, with that team, with the guys that you've been with that whole year, the ups and downs that happen during the season. And it's just one of those things to where it's like all the hard work that you've been doing is just worth it. And, I told somebody when I came back here, I told somebody the best part about it might be the parade. And I said, man, if we can have a parade in D.C., man, it'd be nothing like it. So, that's what we're working for. That's what you work for, man. I tell guys all the time in our locker room, like, we put too much work in to accept anything less than that. So, that's what we got to keep on working and keep on building towards.
For sure. And the last question I want to ask you, Kendall, we don't want to take too much of your time, but we brought in a new quarterback, Carson Wentz. Have you been in contact with him thus far? What are your thoughts on the move? Do you think he could potentially be the answer for us at quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they brought him in for a reason. And, I know I'm excited to get out there and compete against them, compete against the receivers that we have. Right now it's just kind of just building that relationship. I'm going to try to get him out on the golf course, stuff like that. But it's definitely going to be fun just competing against them. And, they're not going to bring anybody in here, unless they think that they can help us take the next step. And, I know that's what they did with Carson. And I had some headaches with Carson some years in the league, so I respect him.
Hey, man, we're not going to take too much of your time, but, hey, lineup is clean, the beard is clean.
Appreciate that.
Good luck this season, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one, man.
You too.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Can I get a picture real quick, man? Yep.
We should probably get a picture too.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Should we ask?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or when he comes back around, maybe? You want to ask now or when he comes back around?
When he comes back.
When he comes back?
Yeah, we're about 20 minutes away from.
Yeah, we're about to end soon anyways. So, bro, Kendall freaking Fuller.
This has been the best Commanders Weekly we have ever done. I don't know. Like, look at me saying we like I'm the one on every one of them. Yeah.
Bro. Oh.
Wow, man. Wow.
We didn't even get to the kind comments from here, but yeah, Tone mentioning hope you be explosive on the back end. We definitely will. We need to get a pick with John Allen too. I don't know where he is right now, but we can ask. Oh, bro, look at this comment. Stumble upon your channel, seeing you having players from the team on your channel. Respect. About to hit the like and subscribe. Commanders fan holding it down from South Florida. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. New supporter. Appreciate you. But again, still on the high of the Kendall Fuller interview. I mean, let me ask you this. What sort of impact do you think Kendall Fuller will bring to our team this year? Oh, the one thing I didn't get to ask him, he was PFF's 5th rated cornerback last year. And a lot of fans don't really realize that. Like, maybe they were underselling what he brought to our team last year. But, I mean, based off of that, do you think he could even improve upon that this upcoming season?
My thing is, you never really appreciate a good cornerback until he makes that interception. But Kendall Fuller, he just has a good work ethic. He understands assignments. He does what he does what's asked of him, and really, he's all you want in a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. And I know Kendall didn't answer this question directly, but I personally think he played better on the outside than when he played in the slot. Even though I think it was his second year or third year here, he was one of the best slot cornerbacks in the league, right? So I think he sort of moved over to the outside, played more of that. Although you could play the free safety as well, like he played in KC.
Yeah, of course, and I'm with you. I feel like I like him better on the outside. But hey, as long as he's comfortable in the scheme, like he could play in the slot. He could play, he could play whatever's comfortable.
And I appreciate that dope interview. We appreciate that, bro. Man, again, I think we're living out a dream right now, being able to talk to these players, not just talk to them, outside or anything, actually have them on our pod and stuff. That's really cool. And I think it's an experience that we'll never forget. And we appreciate the kind words. And sorry if the camera quality or whatever is not great, but bro, that doesn't matter. Huh?
We are kind of in a dark room.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, we try to make the most of this. This was also a very last second opportunity as well. Got the email late last night and really the full confirmation early this morning. So we try to get our butts over here get all the equipment that we could get, and we appreciate the kind words. Tone mentioning here, you made the best interview ever. Not to, we appreciate it, Tone. We appreciate you, bro. Since the beginning, you've been a supporter of this channel. Appreciate that. Frost 40 below, get that picture, network, and build that relationship with others. We definitely will get a picture with Kendall Fuller. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Most definitely. We're gonna do like he does. We're gonna run our routes. We're gonna understand our assignment. We're gonna get that pick.
For sure, bro.
Unintended.
For sure. I mean, Kendall Fuller is done with his. Do we want to ask him for a picture?
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna ask. He's right behind.
Everything. So I think a lot of it is
Hold on, guys.
just who you are and what you are. Sometimes they adjust when you do it. You're not a guy who can adjust and turn your feet on and off and doing something like that. They try to do a lot like that. So I think that there's a big thing that you got to agree to the business and keep the package you need to buy. That's something
100%. You can't run before he catches the ball. That's on both sides. Obviously, James is a very explosive athlete. And, like I said, linebacker is a very tough position, people. This is one of the 80th greatest Redskins of all time. Here saying it's Mr. Harvey. One last one.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
It looks good. It looks really good.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, it's kind of bright on the screen. We'll upload it on Twitter.
He's about our height.
We'll upload it on Twitter and Instagram so you can get a better look.
Yeah. I think Evan's actually, he's definitely taller. You're taller than Kendall, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because Kendall's a baller, bro. He's a baller. But,
I want to run around against him, though.
Bro, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's true.
I got like 3 inches on him. I'm still not going to run against him, bro.
Man, all the comments are rolling in. Y'all out here scooping players. That's dope. Appreciate you, Gary. Appreciate you so much. But yeah. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, we're back from that intermission. Terry jersey, fire. Appreciate it, bro. It's original, It might be worth something down the line. It might be worth something.
It might be worth something now.
I mean, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, that was my I had the option. So I got this jersey right, I think it was like May of 2020. So it was after his first year here in DC. I had the option. No, it wasn't May. It was actually it was July. It was like right before the name, like they said they were going to change the name, right? And I had the option to get the Washington football team jersey or the Redskins jersey for Terry McLaurin. And I thought, you know what? I feel like it's going to be worth a lot more down the line if I get his original rookie year jersey and stuff. And, Abdullah, did you see our talk? We just talked to Kendall Fuller, bro.
We told you to ask a question, bro. We told you to ask a question.
Terry, I don't know if we're getting Terry, bro. I think he's too busy trying to get his new contract extension from this team. But
Billy, you know what? We just gonna blame FedEx Field on this one. We gonna blame FedEx Field.
Yeah.
Every time you hear something happen.
For sure. And Tone, I think we might bring a couple more people on here before we wrap up. But bro, this has been, oh my gosh, bro. This has been I'm definitely say my favorite opportunity on this channel, Bryn. And, again, we just, for those of you missing the beginning, just reached our 2-year anniversary on the channel. 2 years since I made the first video that was uploaded on here. And to have this opportunity to be here and ask freaking Jonathan Allen and Kendall Fuller questions, like what?
And
what?
Doug Williams.
And Doug Williams, bro. First black, bro. My dad is gonna go crazy when he sees Doug Williams, bro. Bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Wow. This is definitely a dream come true.
Wow, man. Just wow. I don't know why you still got that mic on, B. I'm at a loss for words.
Bro, I see a couple more pods wrapping up right now. But yeah, we definitely need to go say hi to Kyle and everybody at Bringing the Zone because they've been a huge support on this channel. But
I might mess around draft and go watch this draft with them too.
bro, oh my gosh, man. We actually need to have fun too on the field and stuff after a live stream. But bro, this has been a dream. The one thing, bro, that I so wish Abdullah and Noah were here too, bro. Like this is an opportunity we should all share. But they're out there. Noah's doing some sport AI stuff, and he's not in the DMV. Abdullah's technically in the DMV, but he's at Virginia Tech right now, being a scholar. So, but bro, this is an opportunity, man. That again, dream come true.
An absolute dream come true, bro. This is the type of thing that I'm gonna tell my kids about, man.
Bro, oh my, look, you guys see this?
Ignore the pocket dents.
You see what this says, right? You see what this says, right?
Again, ignore the pocket dent, y'all. I keep it in my pocket.
Media, bro. Like what? Media passes, bro.
See, we're media, but we did not instigate not one time. We didn't do our job right.
Bro, I'm at a loss for words now, bro. And I did say this though. I don't think he's gonna walk by tonight. But my dream. Well, Doug Williams was definitely a dream get, but my second dream get. I mean, I have my U Chicago sweatshirt underneath this jersey. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, bro. Jason Wright, he comes here, bro. I don't know if I can ask you questions, bro.
I feel like Jason Wright is here somewhere. Just he wasn't scheduled to be in this scene.
Yeah, for sure. We got the we showed this when we were on our intermission, whole content. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's
the
better.
blinding lights of doom blind you all.
Bro, you see all the it's kind of hard to see, but I can read it for you guys. From 640, 650, Jonathan Allen, 645 to 7. Logan Thompson. I don't think he came by. I think Logan came by, but Washington alum Doug Williams, 645, 715. Kendall Fuller as well. We might have Ken Harvey on here. Washington alum. I believe Super Bowl champion, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Bro, and apparently we might have some members of the Commanders entertainment team if we're on here long enough, and maybe even Fred Smoot. I don't know if we'll be on here long enough, guys, for that. But bro, regardless, having freaking arguably our two best, at least defenders, right? Jonathan Allen, Kendall Fuller, and then having freaking Doug Williams, man,
it's just incredible. And then Jonathan Allen's gonna get sacks this year. Kendall Fuller's gonna get interceptions. We're gonna be sitting here thinking we interviewed those guys,
bro. For me, obviously it's super dope to interview media guys and stuff for this team, media guys and gals for this team. But I think it's something different when you, and also to interview former players, we interviewed Logan Paulson as well. But to interview star players on the team right now, bro, when they have limited availability, they're they're millionaires obviously, but they're more than that. They're star players, they're star people. To have both of them just be here, sit down, and us getting to ask them questions. I know we're fanboying right now, guys, but bro, this is what other opportunity are we gonna get to fanboy, right?
Yeah, man, gotta let it out sometime.
Sure. Van Negro Jones, yeah, go back. And we had Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen was our first guy. Damn, I miss Doug Williams. I have Doug Williams jersey that I worn with pride in many different countries. Retired Air Force. I rep from all over the world, bro. We got some Doug Williams love in the chat for sure.
Hey, man, it's hard not to love Doug Williams. It's really hard not to like Doug Williams.
Bro, you see the comment? Bro, oh shoot! I have my signed autograph hat. I don't know if Kendall Fuller. I don't have a Sharpie, but Josh Norman, Jeremy Reeves. That's why, for those of you who don't know, Abdullah always he kind of clowns me for my love for Jeremy Reeves. It started with the autograph in his his kind words and stuff. Josh Norman's on here. Yeah, I mean, but bro, I can't even like, bro, like they literally just talked to us and we gotta ask them. I can't get over that, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys could not hear me, but like they literally sat down and gave us time to ask them questions, man. Like, who are we, bro? Like, we literally just got media credentials like last night, bro, and like, man, it's amazing. It's amazing for sure. But, we see some members of the entertainment team that are about to come in. Speaking of, what are your thoughts on the entertainment team and also via Rio Robinson's channel, the marching band coming back for us?
Well, I actually follow one of the members of the entertainment team on Twitter, so I've been able to see like everything they've gone through, like the whole process, and I'm really a fan of it. They've really embraced the culture of not just the team but the city and the area, and they've made it their own. And the band, bro, like a marching band increases the atmosphere at a football stadium by like 20 times, bro. So it's amazing that we have a marching band, especially since most other NFL teams don't have one. So that makes us unique in this way. Like we could have like that college feel that we could go for, you know, with a marching band. So that's beautiful.
And I heard they're gonna touch up the fight song as well, sort of have like a new fight song for us. I see Joey as well, who was just on a interview with Rio Robinson right behind you, bro, in the red. But yeah, bro, I think this is a huge thing too. Imagine pointing out someone on TV that you know, bro, we're gonna see Jonathan Allen and Kendall Fuller go off for our team this year. I want to be like, we got a chance to interview them, like in person, like not even on Zoom or anything. Like, bro, that's hype.
It's just surreal. It's just surreal.
I'm just trying to figure out what other questions I want to ask you. So we got to, I guess for those who missed out, this is at the very beginning, but 11 overall. I mean, bro, we're literally like, I heard we might make our pick at around 9:30. I think it was Matthew Peraz who we had for an interview on the channel. I think it was like a year ago now, but he mentioned that typically when around this pick, it happens at like 9:30-ish p.m. So we're about an hour and a half, but we're a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes away from the draft starting overall. What are you? We can go down from like, you know, in the top 10. What are some guys you think that might surprise some folks in terms of being drafted in the top 10 this year?
Who do I think might surprise? I'm gonna say.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. So I see Van Negro Jones. How long ago? So I'm not sure how long we'll be on for, but we've been on since like 6:35-ish, and we had Jonathan Allen, Doug Williams, now Kendall Fuller. I mean, we'll see how many more people we have on. We probably won't be on for too much longer, but yeah, I guess you can go ahead and get your break before the draft begins. Sorry, go ahead, Ed.
I guess he's not going to go tonight, but Sam Howell. Like Sam Howell's the kind of guy that's fallen off the radar, but I think I'm going to say the fourth quarterback taken in the draft.
Thanks again, Kendall. Bro, sorry. Think Kyle Hamilton will go in the top 10 tonight?
He might.
I think Kyle Hamilton, there's a much stronger chance that he falls to us than I would say a Garrett Wilson. I think eventually, by the way, that's Stoner from Rep District. Got Nathan right there. They're right here, guys. Everybody's right here. Nahor, you literally missed out. That's my cousin. That's my little cousin. But we just talked to Jonathan Allen, Kendall Fuller, and Doug Williams. If you don't know who that is, Nahor, look them up. You'd be like, wait, what? Or you can rewind too. But like literally legit players for our team right now, like millionaire players. Appreciate that, Dave, with the super chat. Great job up to today, draft time, and you fixed the super chat. My bad. My bad, bro. My bad. No idea who will be drafting.
Hey, Logan.
And the Hokie luck keeps on going, y'all.
Another Hokie.
We here with star tight end Logan Thomas. Logan, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Appreciate y'all having me.
No problem. So the first question I want to ask you is, how's the recovery been? Last time we saw you was, I believe, against the Raiders, and you had that injury. Think you'll be ready for Week 1?
That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. Like, my target date is a little bit later, but I'm ahead on my recovery. I'm moving well, so target goal Week 1.
That's awesome.
And Logan, you actually highlight something that happens in every draft. You had to switch positions. You were a quarterback at Virginia Tech. You're a tight end now. So how easy or how difficult would you say the transition was from quarterback to tight end?
It's going to sound bad, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Pass game came easy. I was able to pick it up and go. Like, that was simple. But the run game is a completely different monster. Those dudes outweigh me. They're stronger than me. They know what they're doing. So it was kind of just trying to figure out what I was doing in that regard. But now I've started stepping to my own in that place.
And speaking of quarterback, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Carson Wentz and what he potentially could bring to the offense this year. How excited are you for the new quarterback that's in town in DC?
I'm excited for him. I think just like anybody, if he takes care of the football, we'll be fine. He's a good dude. He's a grinder. He's been getting after these first 2 weeks. So I'm excited to see what he does. I think he can open up things for this offense.
So you were a pivotal member of that 2020 NFC East Championship team. So can you take us through Week 17 in Philly as the clock was winding down and you guys clinched the NFC East title?
So I've been to the playoffs a couple times before, but I didn't feel like I contributed the way I wanted to. And then finally getting the opportunity to be one of those guys that contribute, it meant the world. But then, it was a must win. We win and we're in. And so when we knew that we kind of had it in the books, there was nothing like it, man. Just bringing a playoff appearance to this team, but also growing up loving the team, there's no better feeling.
We're nervous out here, but I forgot to say, we're DMVSportsZone, right? We cover all DMV sports teams, professional, collegiate teams, and of course, you are a Hokie. I want to ask you, like I asked Kendall Fuller, what from that Hokie experience being at Virginia Tech helped you most when it came to the NFL, and particularly when it came to playing for this team right here?
I think the love that the people from the DMV show, man, to be honest. At Virginia Tech, obviously, it's always live, and then anytime I'm out around here or in DC, down in Ashburn, all the fans are always showing love, always got our back, and that's one thing that you can always count on.
Oh, you spent so much time representing the DMV. You played at Virginia Tech. You now play for the Commanders. Man, what do you feel like is your favorite part of the DC experience?
Honestly, I think it's the people. The people make the area. The people, if they were Turks and you didn't want to be around them, it would suck to be out there, right? But just being a part of it, just the love that we have for our sports up here, it really makes a difference.
You're a tight end for the Washington Commanders. Thoughts on John Bates and the tight end group around you, and do you expect a big second year out of John Bates?
John is one of the best rookie tight ends I've ever been around. I've been around a couple. We had a guy in Detroit that we drafted 8th overall. Great player. Will continue to be a great player in TJ Hawkinson, but John is so smart, so savvy, and one heck of a run blocker especially. And he gives this offense an extra dimension that sometimes I can't bring. So what a great kid he is, and I enjoy being around him.
So, Logan, what would you say is your outlook for the 2022 season?
I think it's playoffs or nothing for this team, man. We got the team, man. We got players in every single position. Obviously, maybe one or two here and there. Obviously, the draft takes a couple of those positions, but we're so close. And, last year, I think if it wasn't for injuries, we were back in the playoffs again. And this year, our expectations are playoffs or nothing.
Speaking of being so close, what's up with Terry? Is he getting his contract extension? What are your thoughts on at least what he brings to the table for this team, and how has it been? I believe he participated in the off-the-field drills thus far in the offseason, but thoughts on Terry and his situation, I guess?
Obviously, as a player, I want all the players to get their money, man. Do what you got to do to get your money. I don't think Terry won't be in this building. I think he'll be here. I think they end up working something out. If you look at John Allen last year, he was due for an extension. He didn't get it until July. So I wouldn't see any difference here. Terry's taking the right approach, though. You know, he's a guy who's played a lot of football. He doesn't need these on-field experiences right now, as some of the other guys do. He'll be fine. He'll be out there wearing that maroon and gold, the burgundy and gold when it comes week one, and he'll be another pivotal part for us.
Hey, man. So my last question is, do you remember what it was like when you were drafted? Could you just take us through that briefly?
Yeah, definitely. The draft is such a huge part for any person who's come to the league, even guys who are undrafted, because the guys who are undrafted get that chip on their shoulder, like, man, I should have been drafted. I mean, I couldn't go in the 7 rounds, so you got to pick me up. So a guy like J.D. McKissick is an undrafted guy, baller. So it's those guys that have that chip on their shoulder and go. But for me, drafted in the 4th round, it was a blessing. It's a dream come true. All that hard work has paid off.
And I don't know if you see Logan, but there's a lot of love in the chat for you. We see Logan right here, Thomas Hill. Yeah, Logan is such a W. The last question I want to ask you, Logan, don't want to take up too much more of your time, but there's been some chirping throughout the offseason about Coach Rivera and like his performance as far as the head coach, 2 7-win seasons. We've sort of tried to like stick up for Ron Rivera and like what he is, what he brings to our team. What has the experience been like the last couple of years being coached under him? And do you believe, he can lead us to the promised land where we haven't been in 30 years now?
Absolutely, he can get the job done. His first meeting, he walked in and said, "Look, man, I got 10 years. We're getting a championship in them 10 years, and I'm walking out of here." And that was the first thing he said in the first meeting. And you got to respect a man who says that. He puts it on the table. And he does that every single day. I love the man. He's the best head coach I've ever played for. And I think we won't even have to have this conversation after this year.
Logan, we want to thank you so much for your time. And we might need to change this channel to Hokie Sports Zone in a second.
No, we have a lot of Hokie content on here. And if you want to look us up, DMVSportsZone, Abdullah has like a couple of Enter Sandman like vlogs as well and stuff. So yeah, it's really fire. But again, thank you so much for being on here. And can we get a picture with you before you? Okay. All right. We get someone to take it for us.
Yeah, if you can take a picture real quick. See if we got good ones. Good light. Stuff together. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Sure. You got the first question, bro.
Yeah,
the interviews are coming.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I think we're about to interview a couple members of the entertainment team. So that should be fun. But bro, freaking Logan Thomas, bro, man.
I felt him when he said that run blocking was difficult because, bro, that joint looks difficult.
It definitely does, but he was good at it. He was good as a pass catcher, good as a run blocker. I think we're gonna see a very big third season out of Logan Thomas in DC.
Most definitely, man. Because Logan, I said it before, I'll say it again. He got that dog in him. He got dog. We got dogs here in DC, bro. Let me tell you, like. And it feels refreshing to have so many people on this team that want to win and they want to win here.
Yeah.
I got be looking. I got on camera.
Yeah.
Now you're on candid camera.
Candid camera. And we're here with a member of the Commanders Entertainment team. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good. So my first question is, how does it feel to be a member of the Commanders Entertainment team?
It's an honor. So I've actually been on the team for 8 seasons. So I've been through the changes. And so this team that we are the Commanders Entertainment team is just raw talent. Like, we have Beat Your Feet members, so that's straight from DC. Like, it is just a different experience that we had before, and I'm really excited to experience it and share it and be a part of it.
And we should have started off by saying this, but we're DMV Sports Zone. We cover all of DMV sports, and it's funny you say beat your feet because our intro song is very much go-go themed. We have go-go music. We try to keep the DC themes very vibrant in our stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for doing this. The next question I want to ask you. So you mentioned being here for a long time through all the transitions. How hard have those transitions been like for you? And how much are you looking forward to this next chapter for the Commanders?
So I'll start with my favorite quote. The only thing constant in the world is change. So the only way that as an organization we are going to improve, that we are going to get better, is if we take the time to stop and listen and then be able to change and adapt. So I won't say that everything was easy for me. I would be lying if that was true. But at the same point in time, if you're open to the changes, like I am just really excited to be a part of something that is new and fresh. I'm having fun doing hip hop. That's like my favorite dance style. And I do find myself sometimes bringing back some of the things that I know, some of the sassiness that I'm known for. And that's fun too. But again, change is constant, and just kind of have to work with it, make it a little bit easier, right?
So, like, being a part of the Commanders entertainment team, like being as involved in the city as you are, we're all aware that the heartbeat of the city is go-go. So right. I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite go-go song to dance to?
So, y'all, I'm old. I'm an old head. It's so many. I don't think I can just choose one. Like, I'm an old head. Like, I mean, we did. Okay, so this is not really a true go-go song, but like, Welcome to DC, we've done that multiple times.
That's our intro song. Yeah,
I mean, because it's so fitting, right? But like, there's so many. Roll Call, we've done Roll Call on the field. Like, that's a classic. So I like all of the classic ones. Like, Raw Assets, and so TCB, all of those, like those. I'm old.
What have your interactions been like with the football, not the football operations, but like the brand, the marketing side of things? Like, what have your interactions been like with that side of the team?
I don't interact. I dance. I'm the dancer. So y'all want me dance? Show me my mark. So we don't really. I mean, we are part of the brand. So we got our uniforms. So we get to wear the W on our chest. That's about as much marketing as I do. But I'm here to dance, and so that's what I'm excited to do.
Hey, so you may know this, you may not, but okay. I've gone viral for dance moves at Nats games. So I was wondering if I could take dance lessons from you and the team.
So I'm gonna say this: I probably wouldn't be the best dance person to take lessons from, but the Beat Your Feet guys, they're on TikTok. If you follow them, follow us. Like, they're downstairs at Club Commander, and they are killing it, doing tutorials, dancing with plans, creating TikTok. So they'd probably be more your style.
See, look, we in the building.
And my last question for you is: Has this been a lifelong dream, dancing for a professional organization, or just dancing in general? And what have been the best parts of your career, and also, I guess, some of the lowlights, but also things that you bounced back from and ultimately got to where you are now?
So my favorite part of this is it hasn't been a lifelong dream, to answer your first question. When I got out of college, I majored in dance. When I got out of college, I was like, I want to dance. I don't know where to go, but I want to dance. And I came across the First Ladies, or what we used to be, the Washington Redskins cheerleaders team. And then I was like, I could do this. I stayed here because I love the organization. I love the people that were behind it. And we started to develop my dancing style. And I just enjoy it. It's just a great place to be. Yeah, great energy. Our team we say family on three when we always leave the studio. So it's great energy, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Well, we thank you for your time, and we can't wait to see those dance moves on the field. Go kill it, girl.
Guys, thank you so much. Have a good one. Nice meeting y'all.
Nice meeting you too. Bro, you got all the interviews, man. All the interviews. I mean, thoughts on that?
Family.
So is Evan about to get some dance lessons potentially from the Beat the Feet group?
I'm seeing no comments in it from the group chat. And my only association, my only thought process is everybody looking for the video right now.
Hawk TV, bro. Man, I don't know if you saw Hawk, but we have had interviews with everybody. We started off with John Allen. Then we went to Kendall Fuller. And, I think we went to Doug Williams second. Then Kendall Fuller. Then Logan Thomas. And now we got a member of the Washington Commanders entertainment team. So it's been a joy of a night, and I think we're about to wrap up very shortly. But the second to last topic I want to get to you, or want to ask you about, is, bro, how crazy is this draft going to be, man? Because I know it's kind of already started, so we're going to wrap up very soon. But second to last question.
There have been no picks made yet.
Okay, no picks made. But how crazy do you expect this draft to be?
It's going to be absolutely insane, and I guarantee you at 11, no matter which way we go, no matter what the pick is, when that pick is announced, it's going to be special because this person is going to be the first person ever selected by the Washington Commanders.
That is a great last point. I'm really excited. I heard there was a NFL scout that said this would be the craziest draft he's ever seen in like 30 years. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. There have been no picks yet that have been made, I believe. But, I guess the last thing I want to ask you, Evan, how cool has this whole experience been, this whole day? And, I mean, what are your thoughts to just, like, wrap up this whole live stream?
This whole day has been amazing. I got to talk to some of my favorite players on this current team, like one of them right there behind me, Logan Thomas. And I talked to my idol, bro, Doug Williams. I talked to my idol, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Logan Thomas is walking right by. But, yeah, man, I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's been a great experience from the whole VIP security entrance to where we're at right now, talking to you guys after all those interviews. Guys, please make sure to go and rewind and check everything out because it was amazing. Very appreciative of the Commanders organization for getting us these last-second media passes and everybody, all the content creators in our community, man. It's been a blast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the DMVSportsZone channel where I like to post fire content like this as much as possible. Also, go follow our Twitter
vlog
page.
coming tomorrow.
Vlog coming tomorrow as well. Go follow our Twitter page at DMVSportsZone, Instagram, all lowercase DMVSportsZone, and our TikTok at DMVSportsZone as well. And, yeah, we cover DMV sports, professional, collegiate, and otherwise. And hope you guys have a great draft night, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace. All right.